Shalom, nation of Israel. I would like to give all honor and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rekakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, who were well for revealing through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, as well as the speckled birds spread abroad throughout the four corners of the earth, that may look like the other nations, but indeed go back into the seed of Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect, the Akim and the Aqua, who are infusing this truth. Shalom. This is Brother Yakanan coming to you with another lesson on that. At the end, Israel will have a happy ending. As it says here in Isaiah 35th chapter, Zion's happy future. Israel is going to be dwelt safely and in complete rulership once Yahushua comes back and redeem his elect and establish the kingdom of heaven on the earth. So at the end days, Israel will have a happy ending. So we as Israelites have nothing to worry about, because the ones that are going to come back into this truth, this knowledge, this understanding, are going to be the ones that completely know that we are the apple, we are the true apple of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua's eye, and that he's going to come and redeem us from all our suffering, all the affliction, all the pain that we are going through as a nation of people, but more specifically, the 1/3, the hopeful elect. Those are going to be the souls that he is going to come back and redeem once he crack the skies coming from the east and take this devil, who is the so-called white man, Esau Edom, out of power. And it's going to be glorious. It's going to be magnificent once we are put back into our right rulership and complete understanding, complete knowledge of these holy scriptures. Once we read them and get that understanding that we are the true children of the one supreme ruler, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So from there, I want to read Isaiah, starting at the 35th chapter, starting at the first verse. The wilderness and solitary place shall be glad for them, and the desert shall rejoice and blossom as a rose. And when something blossoms, no matter what flower it is, but for this instance, the beauty of a rose, like when you look at a rose, is a very beautiful plant. And when it blossoms, it's a wonderful thing to see. So that is the instance of Israel once we are placed back into our rulership. We're going to blossom. We're going to be a beautiful, magnificent thing to see. There's the solitary places, the wilderness, all the things that are upon us now is going to be role reversed. It's going to be joyous. It's going to be a glad thing to see once we are back in rulership, because the earth is going to reap the benefits of us being back in power. Unlike it is right now, today, this devil, which is in control of the earth right now, he has everything in turmoil. Everything that's wicked, everything that's destructive, the no matter what it is, like plant life, the whole ecosystem, humanity, everything is in a destroying isn't in a destruction state under this devil. But once Israel is established back on top in the kingdom of heaven, the inhabitants, the people, the ecosystem, the wildlife, the creatures that are in the ocean, everything is going to blossom like a rose because everything is going to be in complete rulership and righteousness and justice. Everything is going to be corrected again once Yahushua comes and redeem us. It shall blossom abundantly. So like I said, the rose that blossom is going to be beautiful. And it says right here, it shall blossom abundantly. So everything is going to be brought up in complete righteousness and understanding and knowledge and truth and love and meekness. Everything is going to be just wonderful. We're not going to have to go through the suffering and the pains trying to live with this devil. It shall blossom abundantly and rejoice even with joy and singing. The glory of Lebanon shall be given unto it. The excellency of Carmel, Carmel and Sharon shall see the glory of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua and the excellency of our power. So everything is going to blossom wonderfully, beautifully, with joy and rejoicing. So like I said, from the people to the ecosystem to the waters to the animals, everything is going to give all praise and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And the glory of Lebanon, when you go into that word Lebanon, is whiteness, a wooded area. And when you look at a wooded area, you think of like a forest, and how a forest is very trying to think of the word, abundant with trees. Much life is in a forest that's untouched by the hands of Esau Edom. Everything, the kingdom of heaven is looked at like a forest. It's going to raise up. It's never going to be destroyed. Carmel and Sharon. Carmel, when you go into that word, it's a beautiful garden, I want to say. And Sharon is like a plain. So like when you look at, if you have a nice garden here and you see how beautiful it is, you have roses, you have dandelion, not really dandelions, all types of beautiful flowers. That's going to be how the kingdom of heaven is going to look. It's going to be established. The plains, if you ride and you're in the countryside, you see the plains of these people, their lands is going to be way more magnificent. You know, like you see, like I said, you riding along and you see a great field. One house is on that land, and they have all that beautiful land. That is how the kingdom of heaven is going to look. Even more magnificent, even more like we can't even imagine it. The kingdom of heaven is going to be such a glorious place to be at, and the people and the animals and the ecosystem are going to rejoice because the earth is going to be in rulership, not just like the kingdom of heaven. Yes, the kingdom of heaven will be the best thing there, but the whole earth is going to be ruled over righteously. It's no longer going to be, like I said, in turmoil where this devil is out there cutting trees down in the forest, chemical waste in the air, chemical waste in the oceans, animals dying, they can't live, they can't repopulate. We as the human race, we can't do anything under this devil's power. But once the kingdom of heaven is established, everything is going to be abundantly magnificent. Everything in the kingdom of heaven is just going to be wonderful to see, and that is the ending that we are seeking for. Verse 3, strengthen ye weak hands and confirm the feeble knees. So we're going to be taken out of this weak state that we are in. No might in our hands. We're no longer going to have that, because we're going to have our power with us again. So no one's going to raise up against us. Nobody's going to make us afraid. We're not going to be weak. We're going to be mighty and powerful. Once the kingdom of heaven is established under the rulership of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, us as the Israelites are going to be over all these nations. So we're no longer going to be weak or have feeble knees. Verse 4, say to them that are of a fearful heart, be strong, fear not. Behold, your God will come with vengeance, even your power with a recompense, even our power with a recompense. He will come and save you. So the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua told us not to be fearful, because at the end days, at the ending, we're gonna be in complete rulership. We shouldn't fear no more. And once we come back into this knowledge, this truth, this understanding, yes, we're still on the side of being ruled by Esau Edom, but we don't fear this devil no more, because we know who our true power is. Yes, we're going to follow his laws until Yahweh Bashem Yahushua returns. And then we're going to kick this devil ass. Say to them that are of a fearful heart, be strong, fear not. We're going to be strong. Right now we're standing strong on the hope and the belief that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to come and save us. Your God will come with vengeance. He's going to be the one that take this devil out of power, not us. As he said, he has, paraphrasing, he has, I can't think of that verse right now. He has treadeth the winepress alone, paraphrasing. But yeah, when he comes back and to take the devil out of power, he's going to do it with his vengeance for what they did unto Israel, unto him, when he walked the earth. So he's going to be the one to take the devil out of power, and he's going to have the angels of the kingdom of heaven. He's going to have the angels there to totally wipe out this devil, take over his kingdom, his rulership. But he's going to be the one to wreak havoc and to take vengeance. even God with a recompense, he will come and save you. And the ones he's coming to save are the Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, and speckled birds that look like every other nation, but indeed go back into the children of Israel. Those are going to be the ones that he saved, the ones that come back into this 1% truth, this 1% knowledge and understanding, start living the life that we're supposed to live, worshiping Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. No longer calling our Father God, because God is nothing but a title, and no longer calling our big brother Jesus Christ, because those are the idols of the world. We're no longer going to call him that name. We're going to call upon their true name, and once we do that, the Lord is going to come and redeem us and save us. Verse 5, then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped. And the ones that are going to have their eyes open and their ears open are going to be the hopeful elect, the 1/3, the ones that are going to come back into this truth, start believing with all their heart, all their mind, all their soul, that this is the truth, this is the knowledge, these scriptures are the 1% understanding of what of that it was speaking unto the Israelites and not every other nation. We know now that every other nation is never going to be a part of this. Even the 2/3 of our people, they can't be a part of this because they are wicked. They're not going to try to come back into this truth. They're worried about materialistic things. They're worried about money. They're worried about things that don't bring life. If they would just understand that we live in this wicked kingdom and that it belongs unto Esau Edom, they wouldn't put all their hope and trust in the so-called white man, because he is the devil. He is the devil that the scriptures speak of, and he can come and take things away from you for no reason. Yes, he has to abide by his laws, but not even that. He'll find a way, especially when that Jacob's trouble time comes. He'll find a way to make your life a living hell. So, if your ears are open, your eyes are open, you'll understand that this is the truth, and you'll start putting all your trust upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Verse 6, then shall a lame man leap as a hart, and the tongue of the dumb sing, for in the wilderness shall waters break out, and streams in the desert. So a lame man, and it is not, like I say, it's not talking about every nation of people. It's only talking to the nation of Israel, no matter how they look. A lame man shall leap. A dumb tongue shall sing. We're going to be leaping with joy, singing with joy, completely knowing that this is the truth, and the God of the Bible, which is Yahweh and Yahushua, they are our powers, and that they are coming to save us as a people. We have to come back and realize and be happy and joyful, giving all honor and praises, because he is our power and none else. Like, if that doesn't sound like, if you're not happy because of that, it's something wrong with you. Because all our life we've been taught that the so-called God and JC was for every nation. They told us that that's what the word says. But it's only the blind, the ones that are not going to be redeemed, especially the ones that are not even of the other heathen nations. It's going to completely blind them. But the ones that sit and we learn from the great men of GMS, because they preach the 100% truth, and we see that these words are faithful and true, we're going to realize that these words, these blessings are for us as a people, but only for the 1/3, the hopeful elect on this side. Verse 6 again, then shall a lame man leap as a hart, and the tongue of the dumb sing, for in the wilderness shall waters break out. We were a wilderness, just like we when we left the land of Egypt. We was in the wilderness, what, 40 years? We're in the wilderness, but right now it says for in the wilderness shall waters break out. And what's the waters? There's truth, there's knowledge, understanding. We are coming back unto it. We're starting to call upon our true powers, our Father and our big brother. And streams in the desert. And the parched ground, when you go into that word parched, is burning, scorching heat. Like parched ground. Like if you're parched, that means you're thirsty. You need some type of relief, some water. That's what the streams in the desert are. That knowledge, that truth, that understanding, these words coming out. And the parched ground shall become a pool. A pool is full of what? Water. And the thirsty land springs of water. The thirsty land, the land of Israel. Israel, Jerusalem, Judah is a people before it's a place. So these rivers of flowing water, knowledge, truth, understanding is going to come forth from Israel. But in this instance right here, and the parched ground shall become a pool, and the thirsty land shall spring up, and the thirsty land springs of water, and the habitation of dragons, that's the sea, and like the creatures of the sea. Where each lay shall be grass and reeds and rushes. So again, the land of Israel and all over the earth is going to be magnificent, going to be beautiful. It's going to be abundant. It's going to be raised up. Everything, vegetation is not going to cease. The animals are going to dwell safely. Like I said, the habitation of the dragons. I mean, you can go into that word dragons right there. It says dragon, sea serpent, sea monster, dragon or dinosaur. We know dinosaurs are not real. From what we read, sea or river monster, serpent or venomous snake. We go to the root word. Dragon, maybe extinct dinosaur. It's like I can't pronounce that word. whale. So the sea creatures of the ocean. When it says right there, the habitation of dragons, we got to think about the whales, dolphins, the creatures of the ocean, where each lay shall be grass with reeds and rushes. Those are water plants. Grass is going to be a magnificent thing to see once the kingdom of heaven is established. I'm looking right now outside of my house, and I'm looking at these bamboo growth around the fence, and just looking at it and just thinking about, man, that's beautiful. It's going to be 100 times more beautiful in the kingdom of heaven, because things are going to be able to grow and be nourished fully without having to be cut down, worried about being cut down. The trees, everything is going to be alive in the kingdom of heaven without having to worry about ever being destroyed. Verse 8, and an highway shall be there, and a way, and it shall be called the way of holiness. The way of holiness is going to come forth from the kingdom of heaven. The nations are going to follow suit, because we're going to rule in righteousness and justice. So that's the holy way, and everything is going to follow suit behind the nation of Israel. The unclean shall not pass over it. And the other nations are unclean. They don't have no benefits to the kingdom of heaven. The unclean, these 2/3, are not going to pass over it. They have to be reborn into the kingdom of heaven. It shall be for those, the wafered men, though fools, shall not enter in. The wafered men, once we go into that word, the wayfaring man, Slakim, to go, walk, come, to go, walk, come, depart, proceed, move, go away, to die, live, manner of life, to walk, again, to walk, to traverse, to walk about, to lead, bring, lead away, carry, cause, to walk. But it shall be for those, so let me start from 8 again. And the highway shall be there, and a way, and it shall be called the way of holiness. The unclean shall not pass over it, but it shall be for those, and those are the Israelites, because only the kingdom is for our benefit. The wayfaring man, though fools, on this side, 2/3 are fools. They don't get the understanding and knowledge of the truth. They're not going to come back into the sheepfold. They're going to have to be reborn because they're fools to the knowledge. Shall not err therein. They're not going to get the kingdom of heaven and go off. They're not going to be, well, they can't come into the kingdom of heaven because they're going to go off. They have to be reborn. And once they're reborn, they're not going to be fools. They're not going to be a wayfaring man. They're not going to be, like I said, fools to go off again. Verse 9, no lion shall be there. And what a lion is, a what? A predator. But the kingdom of heaven is going to have animals. So it's not talking about the actual lion. It's talking about our predators right now. And that's these other nations. As it says, so like if I'm wrong on this, Psalms the 83rd chapter, I want to say that's let me go there and see. I want to say it's the 83rd chapter. Yeah, Psalms 83:3. They have created crafty. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. So that's the lion. They are the lions that are not going to be there. No lion shall be there, nor any ravenous beast. And these other nations, starting with Esau, Edom, down through Moab, Ammon, Ham, Elam, Ishmael. Those are the ravenous beasts. Nor any ravenous beast shall go up thereon. It shall not be found there, but the redeemed shall walk there. And like I said, animals are going to be a part of the kingdom of heaven. They're going to be in the kingdom of heaven. So it can't be talking about the animals. It has to be talking about these nations of people that come up against the nation of Israel, as explained in Psalms 83:3-4. But the redeemed shall walk therein. And on this side, only the hopeful elect, the 1/3, are the redeemable. All Israel is going to be saved eventually, but only the ones that come back into this truth with knowledge, truth, and understanding, the hopeful elect, are going to be saved once Yahushua returns to deliver us. Verse 10, and the ransom of the Lord Yahushua shall return, and that's what we're doing, and come to Zion with songs and everlasting joy upon their heads. They shall obtain joy and gladness, and sorrow and sighing shall flee away. We're going to be joyful. We're going to be excited. We're going to be praising, giving honor to Yahweh Shah for delivering us, for saving us from the damnation of this hell. And hell is nothing but the grave. There's not going to be a place where we go and burn for the rest of our days. Yes, on this side, 2/3 are going to be caught up in that nuclear destruction, that World War III. The fire beams, the concentrated fire that is going to come from the so-called UFOs, which is nothing but the chariots of the Lord. They're going to be burned up. America is going to be totally destroyed, set on fire for a period of time. We don't know how long that time is going to last. As it says, come up into our chambers, paraphrasing, shut the doors until the indignation be overpassed. We're going to have to just wait it out. And we're going to be reigning. We're going to be with the Lord until it's time for us to come back down, if we're of that hopeful elect, and totally role reverse this society. Take it out of wickedness and put it into righteousness. So that's the joy. That's the songs that we're going to be with an everlasting joy. That's what we're going to be doing, giving all honor and praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And like it says, the sorrow and sighing shall flee away. We're no longer going to be in pain, crying, hoping, because we're going to know for a surety that it's our turn to rule forever in complete righteousness. From there, I want to go to Revelation 21st chapter, start at the first verse, read down to 4. It says right here, new heaven and earth. And that's what we're waiting for. And I saw, this is John the Revelator, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. That first heaven and that first earth, that's what we're in right now. This is ruled by Esau Edom, the so-called white man. This is his kingdom. But that first heaven and first earth is going to be passed away. Verse 2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from power out of heaven. And that's when I say we're going to be beamed up in those chariots, that's what it's referring to. Coming down from our Father, from the chariots, the so-called UFOs, coming down from power out of heaven, prepared as a bride adored by for her husband. And Yahweh, the Father, is our husband, and we are the bride. Yahushua is the bridegroom. We can't get to the bride. We can't get to the husband unless we go through the bridegroom. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of power is with men. That's us, the Israelites, the 1/3, the hopeful elect. It's not no building, not no harlot house. It's talking about us as the people, the Israelites, the hopeful elect, the chosen from the foundations of the earth. And he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and power himself shall be with them and be their power. He's going to be with us. We're going to be with him. Everything is going to be wonderful. Verse 4, and power shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, so no more crying, and there shall be no more death. We're going to be immortal. We're going to be changed in the twinkling of an eye. We're going to come out of these fleshly suits, because our inner man is our true self. From the beginning, when Adam went off, it caused us to be stuck in these suits of darkness. So we're going to be changed in a twinkling of an eye, and there should be no more death. Starting from 4 at the top again, and God shall wipe, and power shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. So everything of the old earth, as it says in verse 1, is going to be passed away. And in a new heaven and a new earth, we're going to be immortal. We're not going to die. We're not going to have any sorrow. We're not going to cry. We're not going to be in any more pain. Everything is going to be role reversed for the benefit of the nation of Israel. And once the Israelites are going to be saved on this side, we establish the kingdom of heaven, put all these nations under our rulership. Then the 2/3 are going to be reborn back into the kingdom with the laws on their inward part, and they're never going to go off as well. So back at Isaiah 35:10, and the ransom is the redeemed, of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua shall return and come to Zion with songs and everlasting joy upon their heads. They shall obtain joy and gladness, and sorrow and sighing shall flee away. So everything is going to be for our benefit. Everything is going to be for just Israel. It's not going to be shared with any other nation, because we're going to place them under our rulership, under our foot. So hopefully that was edifying to the flock. I would like to give all honor and praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rikah Kadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, revealing through the Spirit that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, as well as the speckled bird spread abroad throughout the four corners of the earth, that may look like the other nation, but indeed go back into the house of Israel, that we are the Hebrew Israelites, the real children of the one supreme ruler Yahweh, in the name of his son Yahushua. Salutations to the hopeful elect, the Akim and the Akwaf who are infusing this truth. Shalom. This is Brother Yakanan, and the title of this lesson will be Israel will have a happy ending. So again, I want to give all honor and praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Until the next time, Shalom.